Hello, sorry. Hello, what's up everybody? This is Matthew Goldzick here, back again with another reaction, and this time I'm going to react to some more Silver Quills after the fact. This thing is Fact-Rah Rainbow, however you pronounce it. Anyway, I'm not going to say any more of that. Without wasting any more time, let's start this in 3, 2, 1, go. There's Clutter Step, original code. Comet Tail, Thunderlane, Rumble. That guy. Aww.
Hey Scootaloo, you'll definitely miss Rainbow's entrance if you hang your head like that. What say we try to improve your attitude with some altitude?
Yay!
There we go. Flying has got to be one of the greatest powers in fiction. The idea of rising above it all and having the mobility of truly three-dimensional movement. And if you were the best at flight, well, that's just sweetening the deal. But what would you do when you had that power? Would you want the skies all to yourself, or would you want to help lift others? Because that's the thing about Rainbow Dash. She's the best flyer in Equestria, arguably superior to the Wonderbolts. But the thing I admire about her isn't the physical skill, but the impact she has on others. Rainbow Dash isn't just a great flyer. She's a pony who inspires and sometimes pushes others to become better themselves. That drive is contagious, and in honor of our full-spectrum Pegasus, I want to talk about the traits that make her more than an athlete. They make her an ideal. So won't you all join me as we celebrate the highest flying Pegasus in Equestria with a shared chant. Where to begin with Rainbow Dash? A pony who strives to be the first and foremost in so many fields. She's eager to prove herself the strongest, the fastest, the most loyal, and even the loudest. But to me, all those traits stem from one title. Rainbow Dash is Equestria's #1 extrovert. Once upon a time, I would have given that title to Pinkie Pie. But more recent episodes have changed my mind. While Pinkie will find activities to entertain herself even when alone, Rainbow tends to lose part of herself in that isolation. In fact, denying Rainbow an audience saps her energy and even her confidence. Rainbow Dash thrives on the energy from a shared event. Even if it's just one pony watching, she will go all out to make an impression and often form a bond over that spectacle. That drive is seen so many times in her actions. From defending the meek and the awkward from bullies, to performing for an entire crowd, Rainbow Dash is never more herself than when she's involving others. Because of that, she excels at igniting other ponies' enthusiasm. That's where my enjoyment for her comes in. No matter the situation, social gatherings, or even dangerous missions, Rainbow knows just what to say to muster the group's courage and direct that energy towards success. I wouldn't want Rainbow planning an event because the lack of direct activity wouldn't hold her interest. But when the time comes to put a plan into action, there's no pony I'd rather have on the team. Quick, decisive, and energetic, Rainbow knows how to get things done. That passion shows not only in Rainbow, but in the pony she's inspired, including her 2 biggest fans. Now, clearly I'd put Scootaloo as Rainbow's biggest fan, and I'm thrilled to see how their relationship has changed over time. Early on, Rainbow Dash seemed to enjoy Scootaloo's adoration, but that was as far as it went. 2¼ seasons of Rainbow basking in the praise. Then came Sleepless in Ponyville, and one little phrase.
Nice moves, kid.
This is the first time in memory that Rainbow offered Scootaloo a compliment, and by episode's end she took Scootaloo on as a sister. But the key thing here is that Rainbow hasn't tried to create a miniature version of herself.
But that was me. You're you.
Instead, she's guiding Scootaloo to recognize her best self, to not define herself by limitations, but by her strongest traits.
Maybe you'll fly someday, or maybe you won't. You're all kinds of awesome anyway.
So what brought about this change? Why is the Rainbow of Season 3 better suited to the task than when the series started? I think it's due in part to another pony that Rainbow's been encouraging.
Come on, Fluttershy!
It's hard to remember a time when Rainbow has been pushing Fluttershy, sometimes literally, to try new things. But I think Dragonshy was a turning point for both characters. Not only was this one of Fluttershy's strongest episodes, it gave Rainbow Dash some insight. She made it clear throughout the episode that she didn't have much faith in Fluttershy's abilities, and with good reason. Sure, she'd stood up to bullies in Fluttershy's defense, but that was more her own virtue than any faith in a scaredy pony. But then that same timid pony managed to reduce a full-grown dragon to tears. Even Rainbow's efforts couldn't come close. Though it wasn't immediately apparent, I think that opened the door to start seeing value in others, even if they don't share Rainbow's strengths. Ever since, she's done a lot to make sure Fluttershy doesn't sell herself short, always pushing, pulling, or counseling the timid pony to realize she's more than she gives herself credit.
We did it! I can't believe we did it!
And if Rainbow can do that for at least 2 ponies, I don't see why she can't inspire others. That's not to say it's always been smooth growth. She's had at least 3 servings of humble pie, which is apparently made from Zap apples. One of the biggest barriers between fans and Rainbow's character is her ego.
Yes.
She's had a lot of talent and confidence, but an overabundance becomes self-destructive. And we've seen several examples with Fall Weather Friends, the mysterious Ne'er-Do-Well, and the aptly named Rainbow Falls. Rainbow has shown her worst in all cases, from blatant cheating to an overinflated ego to ducking out of a hard choice. So watching those episodes on their own might not endear fans to Rainbow straight away, but look at how Rainbow would change after each episode. Tying for last place and losing to Twilight forced Rainbow to keep her competitive side in check. Nowadays she may still hate to lose, but that's not where her real focus lies.
I gotta know we gave it our all!
I have a lot of criticisms for the Ne'er-Do-Well episode, but Rainbow has managed to tone down her ego. She's also abandoned her habit of boosting herself at others' expense and doesn't actively seek praise as much as before. After Rainbow Falls, she also learned to temper her expectations. The old Rainbow wouldn't have been satisfied with anything less than gold, but a more mature Rainbow recognizes the accomplishments of her teammates and delights in their accomplishments alongside her own. Rainbow stumbles, but when she does, she tends to rise up higher than before, which is good because she's had to overcome at least 4 disappointments, all of them related to her heroes, the Wonderbolts. Let's see here. We had an academy that encouraged reckless and selfish behavior, nearly forcing her to quit her dream. We had the team practice disloyalty and dishonesty in the name of victory. Said team then considered her guilty until proven innocent. And on top of it all, one of her personal heroes tried to frame her and get her kicked off the reserve. The Wonderbolts seem to fall short of the ideal we originally saw. When they mess up, it's Rainbow Dash who steps in and shows them the right way to live. Loyalty, responsibility, effort. You'd think she'd learn these qualities from the more experienced team, but there you go. It's gotten to the point where I think Rainbow has nothing to gain from joining the Wonderbolts. There's no room for her to grow there when being with her friends seems to make her the better pony. And yet, consider how the ideal of the Wonderbolts has pushed her to become more. The goal isn't an end in itself, but it has focused her efforts. She's become a strong athlete in pursuit of this dream, but the virtues she learned from her friends are even more important. Just as the Wonderbolts inspired Rainbow, how much would she inspire other ponies if she joined the team? Unlike Windrider, she could make a genuine impression on the team and its history, a more meaningful contribution than any speed record. So while I don't think that Rainbow would personally gain from joining the team, I do think the rest of Equestria would benefit from Rainbow Dash the Wonderbolt. And thankfully Rainbow has 5 great friends to boost her higher. Rainbow Dash fits a classic archetype, which I'm going to call the warrior. She's athletic, adaptive, strong, and aggressive.
I ought to press you into jerk science!
I've seen other versions of this archetype in media, with mixed effect.
Have you ever been mistaken for a man?
No. Have you?
Thing is, a lot of times I've seen this archetype alienated from other women. They don't want anything to do with women who embrace girly things. Rainbow Dash is more dynamic than that. She interacts with 5 friends who all embrace different interests, and she finds ways to work with them or push back in a way that feels natural. Case in point, Rainbow isn't big on dresses. She's worn several dresses throughout the series, but her main complaint is...
Doesn't seem all that aerodynamic.
She's not a big fan of cute fuzzy critters, not because she's against anything cute. Have you seen her with Tank? But because sitting still and admiring cuteness is the opposite of an adrenaline rush. Rainbow has never looked down on her friends for their tastes. She has teased Twilight's bookworm nature, or rolled her eyes at Rarity's materialism, or gotten perplexed by...
Whatever it is Pinkie Pie does.
Yeah, that. And her friends in turn have been frustrated by her bragging, or had to hold her back from a fight she can't win. But neither Rainbow nor her friends dismisses their interests. If anything, they find common ground upon which to build their friendship.
I love fun things.
And that's one of the most admirable traits for Rainbow Dash, her friends, and this show. Much like the variety of colors that form Rainbow's distinct look, she and her friends demonstrate the variety and beauty that comes with being true to yourself. Which brings us back to Rainbow's ability to lift others up. From inspiring feats of physical skill to standing for a moral ideal, Rainbow shines. When she falls hard, and it's quite a spectacle. Yet through those ordeals, she refines herself into an even better character. So I'd say that's something worth celebrating with a cheer. All together now.
Rah, rah, Rainbow! Rah, rah, Rainbow! Rah, rah,
Rainbow Dash!
Powerful characters attract powerful fans.
Exactly.
Scootaloo, Would you be a dear and fetch Nurse Redheart? That'd be swell. She deserves a cameo since season 1. I'm Silver Quill. I'm gonna lie down now.
Yeah, you stay down here. And we're gonna get rid of this red bar. Does the cat just smush you all up to bits?
Oh, you got me right in the non-existent appendix. And why are you all just standing there? It's like you're just barely animated fixtures in a background or something. Yeah, I've seen Deadpool. Meta humor is cool.
I haven't seen Deadpool yet. And I don't know if I want to or not. Okay, that was pretty interesting. And it made me like Rainbow Dash more than I originally did. At first I saw her as, I don't know, a lift up and optimistic person. But then I realized he is able to inspire others to do better. And that's the thing. But then again, what makes a good character? It has a flaw. A character has to have their flaws. And she was no different. But then again, combined with all the good traits and the flaws, make a lovable character. Okay, thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, you know what, don't bother, and I'll see you later.